What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And as you may know, the Rookie Premier program is something that has continuously gotten better since its initial release in Madden Ultimate Team. And they've been going through different lengths to try to provide a little bit more from it. Obviously, there's a lot more they can do for it. As, for example, giving them physical chems and things of that nature, looking towards Madden 21. That's just like a minimal thing that you can do with it, because it has to have some type of, value for us throughout the year, not just at the end right now where, they're giving us the opportunity to go ahead and quick sell it for training. So what we're going to do right now is, for those of you guys that has been following the channel for a very, very long time, shout out to you guys, first of all. You would have known that we always, since the Rookie Premier program has started, has gotten at least, a few of them. But over the last couple of years, we always go after all 10. All right, so if they do continue to do the Rookie Premier program, we will in fact continue to do this same exact thing. Now, I do want to point out a few things, just so everybody is on the same page. You have to make sure that you do not have any type of chemistries or anything activated, not even a slot, because you can see right now that the quick sell value is not there. I actually received the tweet from a gentleman that was asking about, why it wasn't auctionable, and he didn't have any abilities on it. But even if you purchase a slot and don't put an ability in, it still counts as not being fully downgraded. So you're going to want to make sure that none of these boxes are checked, and you should be all set. And when you go back to it, it should then have a trading value. All right, so now you see it jumps to half of what a real 96 overall would be, and voila, you have your trading value, and you can go ahead and get rid of these players. Now remember, I chose, because of the lack of sophistication with these Rookie Premiers, I chose to go and get Nick Bosa outside of this because he couldn't get physical chems and all the other stuff, and that's what needed to be done because he was such a dynamic player throughout the year. His card really is good in the game. We made that decision together. Look, we got to upgrade him on another level because we can't add physical chems to the Rookie Premiers, so we have to do something. So that's why we can actually quick sell that one. For those of you guys that were asking, like, how are you going to get rid of Nick Bosa? He's on your team. Yeah, he is, but we got another one. So pretty much we have, okay, no, I didn't mean to press upgrade again. I want to go to compare so I can show you we have the other card already, on the squad, powered up and ready to go. So we took another path. There he is right there. So in that regard, we don't need this card. If you need this card for the chemistry of the 49er chem or whatever it is, or you just want him because he's sick for your squad, you cannot do this unless you are willing to go the other route like we did and go and get all his individual cards, his power up, and power him all the way up. That is the only way that you will be able to do this. There is no other way for you to actually be able to get that done. And if everything else, like DeAndre Baker, the dude was garbage, we have no issue with that. Devin Bush is a card that we actually have in the lineup, so that's an issue for us. But realistically, do we need to sell him? Probably not. He's a free card that we don't use anyway. He does have some pretty good stats. What I could do is get another card that has pass rush on it and give that card ×3, but I would have to, actually have to spend for that. In these situations, it's probably in your best interest to just leave it if they're in your lineup and they're adding certain types of depth to your lineup. If you have to go out and spend coins, I'm never for that. I'm never for us spending anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever we could do to kind of avoid spending any kind of money in MUT, that's what I'm about, trying to figure out how we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So with Chris Lindstrom, it was fun while it lasted, but he's no longer in our lineup because we don't need him. I will let you guys know he gets to like 99 impact block or something like that. So that he would be a good factor to actually have for the squad. But again, I don't need him at this point. So we're going to go ahead and take that training value for him. This guy we've never used. This guy we've never used. We never use this guy. This guy is in our lineup. Again, he's there for power run at this point. Will we get rid of him? It's a possibility. I just don't know when we're going to do so. And Marquise Brown, I believe we used him earlier in the year to kind of see, what he was all about. And for now, we're just going to go ahead and refund everything with him. And then we're going to quick sell all of these cards. And then we're going to figure out, what we want to do with them. So let's go there, there, there. Okay, we're going to get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him. So that's going to give us a total of 64,810. Now, remember, you guys don't need to do this if the players are working for your team. But if they are not, and you did not have anything else going on with them, I would urge you to go ahead and get rid of them. If you feel that maybe at a later date you may want them as a backup, or if they're helping your overall be higher and you don't want to do it at this time, there is no need to do it. but pretty much we don't need those cards. Okay, so they can go. Now these 2 cards right here, you know, for the time being, they're serving their purpose with the scheme chemistries. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you could figure out how you want to work it. If I decide, you know what, I'll put somebody else in there with power run. I mean, with pass rush chems and get rid of Devin Bush or whatever, I can go ahead and do that if I decide to do that. But it's up to you guys to figure out what's really working for your squad. So now, if you guys were able to get all 10 done, like we all decided to do in Madden 19, you will be in my same boat. And shout out to all of you guys that were asking, like, yo, Gmi, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because, you know, pretty much I was going to go ahead and get it done without even, you know, thinking about it. Like, oh, we got to know it's all about the plan of action. So we have now, if you were to do that and you got rid of all of them, you would get like 70-something thousand training. All right. So now that we're up, a lot of you guys get like really antsy, like, bro, we got so much training, we got to use it. Bad thinking. Okay. Now we haven't done our daily objectives yet, so we could go ahead. The all pro packs are usually really garbage. But we'll go ahead and snag one for 30K, whatever. Guys, remember, buy the pack first before you win your 2 games, and usually you'll get pretty lucky in most cases. Wow, 90, that's not bad. We're gonna, you know, probably put him into training. 87, okay, this is not bad. This one wasn't bad. Nobody's gonna buy Dave Casper. This Justin Britt guy, we have to look to see if he goes into anything, but this wasn't a bad pack. That 90 overall, low key, that pays back to 30K. We could probably just use him for training as well. Not really that big of a deal. But again, with the way that these things work, I just want to make sure, we're going to go back into the store in a second, but I just want to just see something as far as that 87 before we actually quick sell him. You know, like, what is he going for? Because I believe that those 80, that specific playoff one goes into one of the other sets that people were having some trouble getting. So let's just make sure. If it's not the case, he'll just get rated. So yeah, he was one of, that's why he's up to 18. Usually the 87's a little bit cheaper, but I think people are using him for a specific set. So that 18, we could go training, take the 1860 or just get 17. What is this guy? 4940. What are you selling for though? Because low key, Dave Casper, dude's kind of garbage, bruh. Only one of them is available for 40 and nobody is trying to buy it. Pretty interesting. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could figure it out later. We could, you know, get the training if necessary, but these are the things that you guys have to figure out on your own. What makes the most sense for you guys within your specific team? For me, I could just raid sell them, but maybe other people will want them and we might be able to get some more coins from them later. We don't know. So let's get back to what happens now after you do that, because like I said, I'm letting you guys understand everything that goes into the thought process of continuing to make coins in Madden Ultimate Team. So now what you do is, obviously you would go to the training currency, right? Now, this is a situation that you guys have to understand, and I want to be extremely clear. You have a 100% chance of EA doing you absolutely dirty with these combine players with the 85 plus overall. Just so you guys understand it. Now, would it make sense to go after a Team of the Year player and try to do different things? A specialist player, 39,000 training on a random Team of the Year, offensive or defense? No, it would not. Okay, so just so that we're on the same page, it absolutely 100% does not. The team of the week players, I haven't really seen anybody get anything too glitchy out of that, so I'm against that as well. Everything else that's available, pretty much playbooks and stuff like that. So, and you know, and the uniforms, not that, you know, not really that big of a deal. But I just want to make sure that everybody understands. My point of view with this is holding this training and waiting for Series 6. Now, Series 6 is going to be getting released next week. I believe March 20th, approximately. There are going to be new cards and new promos dropping prior to that. You need to understand that, as we all know, it's very, very expensive to power up one card. I told you guys before, I made the joke about it. Like, if I gotta go use the bathroom, EA wants me to use training. It's really, really wild. So in order for us to continue to build our squads up without having to spend coins inside the auction house and accumulate training in that regard, we are going to have to make sure that any other means we can get it done. You see what I'm saying? And this is another means. We invested in rookie premieres. It's later in the year where we don't need them. We need to get rid of them and now create something for what's currently going on right now in the next Madden, which when they release rookie premieres for Madden 20, we'll be doing the same exact thing, because now they have no choice but to allow us to get, you know, a training point value or whatever for it. And we know that now, building on the future. So when you look at this 97 overall theme builders MVP, just so that I'm very, very clear, these training sets that require so much training, I've never been a fan of it, even when we have the training to start, unless you were going to use these players and put them into another set to go and get back something that you could then get a player and then the other players back as Nat. Like, you know, when you do sets and they give you back 3 as Nat, those type of things. If you wanted to gamble and do those type of things, it could possibly be worth it. But in the long run, I do not believe that anything at this point makes any sense to do, because the Theme Diamonds 2, everybody pretty much sees that Night Train Lane's value is dropped, so there's no need for that. You know, the Theme Builders player, you know, like it's very, very like ridiculous the way that everything is right now, the way it's set up, that there aren't a lot of options that are available. But I would urge you guys to just really, really relax and not really get too excited with spending it here right now at this moment. If you feel the need to gamble a little bit, you know, which one would be the safest choice? Obviously, this one is the cheapest one that's up by 10 because this is the other one. You could obviously get some really, really good stuff out of this one, but what are the chances of doing that? You're probably going to spend way too much of your training actually doing that, and I would probably kind of try to urge you against that, just based on the fact the way that I've actually rolled stuff and have gotten nothing out of continuous rerolls. Like, it's been really, really bad. But again, some of you guys have gotten really, really high stuff, so it is what it is. So this is the other alternate situation. If you wanted to gamble with this and you were able to accumulate enough cards to go ahead and complete one of the sets where you could do one of the combine players and get your stuff back, you know, by doing like a Deion Sanders or whatever, even an Alvin Kamara, whatever, right? And then you were able to get one of these for a cheap amount. And even though Deion Sanders' price is so cheap, get Deion Sanders, don't sell them yet, just hold on to them, because you see the way their prices are, $225, you're going to still spend about $660, right? So look, that's $660. You're losing about $220 because Deion Sanders' price is garbage, but you could use training to help you get one of those cards that go into the set. You know, the Amari Cooper, the Alvin Kamara, whatever. So there are options and ways that you can do it. It's just that it's very, very dangerous to do it in the fashion that, you know, more people would recommend you to do it with, because most of you guys are not gonna get anything. Then you go come back, yo, what you doing, bro? You talk like, no. I'm not gonna tell you to do it, because I know that those packs, listen, those re-rolls are garbage, and I'm not gonna tell you anything different. So I'm always gonna tell you guys the truth, and I'm gonna show you. Not only tell you, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So when you look at this guy's price, you know, you're gonna lose that 200K right now. Now, but look, hear me out though. If you're an investor and you wanted to wait, you know, I mean, get one of these cards, wait until after Series 6 launches and those other sets for training are removed from the store so that there are no more re-rolls, you could do that as well. But there's no guarantee that Deion Sanders' price is going to go up, which is why it's like, it's just a really, really dangerous gamble, because people are going to make golden tickets and somebody might make a golden ticket Deion. Like, people are weird. Even though I'll try to stress the fact, like, please guys, don't make golden tickets of players that are already like high overall and have everything. People still do it. Don't make no sense, but they still do it. So because everything is so low in price, at this time right now, if we wait until the launch of Series 6 and then they give us new things in the store for us to go and open using training, at that time when it's released, that's when we'll make the most. But the way the market is now, it really has no benefit. So I definitely, you know, would recommend against it, and for us to hold on to it and then use it next week when, you know, the new series drops. Or if you raid sell a player and get more training and you buy another player, use that to just go ahead and keep the training up as high as possible. And then we go from there with the next series. But honestly, there's nothing in the store of, you know, suitable value that's going to really help you get to the next level as far as coinage, in my opinion, right now. Again, it's up to you if you want to gamble. I recommend not doing it. And I recommend also getting rid of those rookie premieres that you're not using and accumulating that free training. And we're going to wait and stay patient and then start making more coins as of the next series. If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. Hopefully you guys are all having a blessed day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.